And it's now time for the business day. Weeks after St. Elizabeth farmers suffered millions in losses, many are already pushing towards recovery. Our news team has been speaking with some of the farmers who have started to replant. Anthony Lugg has their story.
Hurricane Melissa tore through St. Elizabeth with little mercy, flattening fields, drowning seedlings, and uprooting months of hard work.
Well, as you can see, it was a total wipeout. Thinking on the contract price at the time, maybe around $20-25 million with ease.
But in true St. Elizabeth spirit, the comeback has already begun. A month after the storm's passage, farmers are back in the soil, tilling and replanting. For some, it's the only way forward.
As Jamaicans farmers, we are very resilient. As you can see, the greenhouse went down, but we are replanting. We have seedlings in here, despite the structure is not back up as yet. We start the replanting process. So we're hoping within another 6 to 8 weeks, we should have something start to sell back to the market.
We're not going to cost a fortune. We just have to continue. Can't give up. Jamaicans, we just have to fight it.
It's a sign of resilience, but also a reminder that the road to recovery will require a collaborative approach. This was Agriculture Minister Floyd Green in an interview with our news team recently.
It is an inspiration, and we know rural Jamaica represents the best of us, and that has been on display, that despite the difficulty, despite the heartache, despite the frustration, the trauma, doesn't make sense to cry. Let's start picking up the pieces, and I think they are inspiring the rest of Jamaica to continue to support.
With local supplies wiped out after the storm, agricultural imports have surged to meet the national demand. However, farmers like Junior Ebanks fear that if the market remains flooded with imports when their crops return, there could be a major problem.
I know we have to import food to feed the nation, fruits and vegetables, of course. However, I want the government and the Ministry of Agriculture to be cognizant of the fact that this is a two-hit for us, Beryl and then Melissa this year. So we want to ensure that they monitor the planting process properly and ensure that when they're doing their survey of what will be ready, we don't have a glut and compete with the American farmers. We cannot compete with the American farmers when our vegetable and fruits are ready. So we want to ensure that the importation of these vegetable and fruits are cut off in the appropriate time so that the local produce can be sold and the farmers recoup their expenses. It's very expensive to restart.
The Ministry of Agriculture has acknowledged the concerns and insists it will continue to work with stakeholders to ensure the market remains balanced. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.
The National Housing Trust says it is in the process of procuring the first 2,500 semi-permanent housing units. The solutions are being provided under the Rapid Deployment Housing Initiative to assist people whose homes were destroyed during the hurricane. Assistant General Manager for Corporate Communications and Public Affairs at the NHT, Dwayne Berbick, made the announcement on Friday. This follows an early announcement by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness that the trust will procure 5,000 pre-built container homes for swift rollout across the island to address urgent housing needs following Hurricane Melissa. The NHT says it reviewed the options on the market and selected expanded prefabricated units. Meanwhile, NHT mortgagors whose homes were damaged or destroyed during the storm are urged to submit their peril insurance claim for compensation. The insurance claims must be submitted by January 15 next year. To the stock market now, the JSE index advanced by 1,054 points, while the junior market index advanced by 15 points. The winners include Cygnus Real Estate Finance US dollar shares, ISP Finance, Main Event Entertainment Group, Paramount Trading, and Blue Power Group. The losers were led by the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Express Catering, The Lab, Epley, and Proven Group US dollar shares. Foreign exchange trading ended with banks and cambios selling the US dollar for an average $161.27. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $114.78. The pound is going for $212.64, while the euro is selling for an average $189.99. And that's it for the Business Day. An international story is next.